Hey folks, Nas here. Another episode of Medieval Dynasty in our challenge season. Again, the rules and stuff are listed in the description below. There's also a link to the build restriction map. So there's 5 locations where I've given myself to build my settlement. If I die in this particular series, I have to delete this game save and start all over, picking a different location, one of the 5 locations I've given myself. You're more than welcome to follow along with these rules. Like I said, they're in the description. There's also a link to the map in the description below if you wanted to do the challenge as well. Anyway, in this episode, because we've been kind of talking about trying to make money, and we've had the new updates, which have changed farming. So my farming is very much lacking right now because I don't have fertilizer. I'm trying to get food, figuring out how to get food to rot a little bit faster. I've added more cabbage to some of the crops because I figure, okay, maybe cabbage will be a good way to get rot in larger quantities rather than trying to hunt all the animals, even though I do need the hunting experience for the technology points. But today, what I want to try to do is maybe make up a couple of items, craft a couple of items, go to a vendor and start comparing sale prices to what it takes to make the items. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so I've got a few items in my inventory. So what I was thinking, knives are almost always a good thing to craft and sell because they only take a few items. So the stone skinning knife, you can see there it takes 5 sticks and 2 stone. So we're actually going to craft a stone skinning knife. And then also the spears are a good thing as well because they only take 1 log. Now the only issue I see with this is the collection of the logs because you have to chop down the tree to make the log to make the spear. Unless you're having your villagers in the woodshed collecting the logs. However, I am having my folks collect the logs so I can turn them into firewood. And as you can see, I've dropped cabbage in here. This is in the resource storage because as long as it's not in the food storage, as far as I know, it will rot faster. And they won't, as far as I know, they won't eat it from here. So I've dropped 100 in there to test. Now, I had tested in an earlier episode of this season by dropping cabbage on the ground inside the food storage, but the problem with that is during season change the cabbage disappears. Now I'm not sure because in my season 1 I had rot sitting on the ground inside the food storage and the rot did not disappear during season changes. So that's a good thing because if we start accumulating more than what the weight of the food storage allows, then we can actually drop that rot on the floor and then pick it up as we need it. But anyway, let's go back to this. We were doing crafting, so let's craft up a spear because I believe a spear is 7 coins. I think the knife is 11 coins. Now I'm going to have, I'm probably going to do mostly knives. Now I've finished this excavation shed here, and this one's going to start collecting stone. And it's already done so. We had some 100 stone or something in here already. Yeah, see, we've got 100 stone there. Now, something else I wanted to do. Let's get a couple more logs here. We are right at our limit. I don't know if I have to make it here or not. Let's see if I can just open my crafting menu here. I like selling the items that are in this window because I can make them anywhere. I don't have to be at my settlement. So we've already done a spear. We've already crafted a skinning knife. Something else I want to do is the wooden hoe. Now the wooden hoe takes 1 log and 10 sticks, but I think it sells for 18 coin. So we're going to craft up a wooden hoe. And if I'm going to be, in my honest opinion, if I'm going to be chopping down trees to craft an item like the spear or the hoe, because they both require a log, I would almost say the hoe is going to be good with a mixture of spears. So what you would do is you would go and you would chop down a bunch of trees, because you're going to get sticks from the trees anyway, and then of course the logs. So then what you do is you open your little crafting menu and go to the wooden hoe and craft up as many wooden hoes as you can until it uses up all the sticks. Then the logs that you have left over, turn them into wooden spears, because you're going to get more out of that. And then I can also have my people, my villagers, let's go into the management, go into the woodshed, and let's go into what their assignments are. So right now they're collecting. Well, apparently I've got that one doing firewood 100%. I need to drop that. I need her collecting logs. I think I changed that over a couple episodes ago and I forgot about it. But anyway, what I could do is I can back that off a little bit and have them start collecting sticks as well. So that way, let's drop that one more and bring that up. So that way we're at least collecting 1 an hour. And then I can do the other one just as the same. And then we can utilize the sticks that are being collected from the villagers and the stone being collected from the villagers to also craft the skinning knives. Now, in this challenge season, I have to do the crafting of the items that we're selling. I can't have my villagers crafting this stuff automatically. It's part of the challenge. So we're going to lower this one and we're going to raise this one. There we go. So they're each collecting a stick an hour. So it doesn't really take a whole lot away from the log collection. So that way I'm getting plenty of logs and I can come in and make the firewood and stuff for them. Now, let's see. So what have we crafted so far? We've got a skinning knife. We have a wooden spear. The stone axe, the only reason I don't want to do the stone axe is because of its weight. It's already 2.5. I want to try and keep the weight as low as I can. The wooden spear is 1.5. The wooden hoe is 2. So we're really pushing it. But again, that's why I like selling the items that you can craft in this window right here. You don't have to be at a workbench. So then you can actually collect your items, craft them up, and collect it until you're almost, at your weight limit, the little red circle there on the bottom left. And you can be right near a vendor and doing all of that and then just sell it right off the bat. But anyway, let's see. Okay, so wooden spear, stone knife, wooden hoe. And do we have extra? Yeah, so we've got logs, sticks, and stone. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to drop a little bit of stuff so we're not encumbered. And we'll go to a vendor. We'll probably just go to Jezreka since it's close by. Let's see here. Now, if you folks have any suggestions on items to sell that you're currently selling and you're making a decent profit off of, leave it in the comments below. Let's see. I don't want that. I want at least 1 stick. I want at least 1 log so we can compare the cost. Nope, 1. There we go. 1. And then I need 1 stone. Because these are the items that we're using right now. I'm going to sell off the fur because I can't do anything with fur. We don't have the sewing hut. I'm not allowed to have it in the challenge season. Feathers. See, I got a lot of feathers. Been chopping down a lot of trees and collecting the feathers and stuff. We got a decent amount of leather. Now, leather, what we could also do, and let's do this while I'm even thinking about it. Let's get some leather. Let's see, we're going to do 4 leather, I think. Come on, 4. Get to 4. There we go. So 4 leather. So what that's going to do is that's going to allow us, again, in this crafting window, we can come down here to the simple bag. It takes 3 leather. Now leather, I believe, individually sells for 2 coin, but the simple bag, I want to say, sells for 11. I got 4. That way we can also compare the price of the leather. So let's craft this up here. There we go. And so now we've got, we got a simple bag, we have a wooden spear, we have a stone knife, and we have a wooden hoe. That way we can take those items and compare them at the vendor. So let's head off to Jezreka since it's the closest town with a vendor, and I will see you folks when we get there. Alrighty folks, we are in Jezreka. Now let's see if we can find the vendor. I think they're all over here in this hut right here. What we got here? Flaxstock. Okay, so vendor. We'll just go to Niluba here. Show me your wares. Oh, she's got the apple and the cherry. These are the seasonal items that the tavern people sell. So the cherry and the pear and the plum, those are all seasonal. The apple might be seasonal as well. I'm not sure. But these are items you can't collect in the game. You can only get them right now from the vendor. And I don't know if they're going to introduce trees into the game, so like you could plant them and harvest them. That would really be kind of a cool thing. And that way you could actually add trees to your settlement where you want them. I hope they actually, put that in the game. That would really be cool. But anyway, so a stone knife, it sells for 11 coin, and it required, what was that? The 5 stick and 2 stone. So that's not too terribly bad there. So if we go to stick and stone, so stick is 1, stone is 1. But you can collect these items, pick them up off the ground. It doesn't really cost you anything other than time to collect them. You can even have your villagers collect the items as well. So stone knife is going to be a very good thing to do, and it only weighs half a kilogram. So you can actually carry quite a bit. So the stone knife compared to the wooden hoe is you can carry 4 stone knives, which is going to be 44 coin, compared to to 1 wooden hoe, which only sells for 18 coin. So you can carry more on you and make more money that way. But I like the idea of combining the different items, because if you're out collecting the materials, so like I've got the resource storage down near Gustovia, I could go around Gustovia picking up stone and sticks and things like that just to make, stone knives, and just do that over and over and over again. And you can collect more. So the stone knife is definitely going to be a good thing to do. Now the wooden spear, kind of the same thing, but you can't carry as much. Again, 3 knife to 1 wooden spear. But this is where the wooden spear and the wooden hoe are good to kind of combine, because if you're out chopping down trees anyway to make stuff to sell, and a lot of times stone is hard to see on the ground. Unless you're in the winter time, stone's really hard to see on the ground, which is going to make collecting the stone harder. Now, if you're having your people collect the stone, your villagers collect the stone, then that's no big deal. It's you're collecting stone as fast as they can collect it. So that's where that comes into play. So again, you would make a few stone knives, you'd make some wooden spear, go out and chop you some trees, and then make you the wooden hoe until all your sticks are used, and then go make you the rest of the logs into wooden spears and sell those. And I believe that's what we're going to start doing. So the wooden hoe is 18 coin, and again, that took 1 stick, well no, excuse me, what was it, 1 log? 2 logs. I think it took 2 logs and 10 sticks or something. Let's go back into our crafting thing. Here, wooden hoe. So it's 1 log, 10 sticks. for the wooden hoe. And again, you can craft everything in the window. So I could stand here, I could open my window with all of my goods of whatever I have to make, and I can craft that item right here in front of the vendor. I don't have to be at a workshop. I don't have to be at my smithy. Now granted, if you have a smithy, obviously there's going to be better options to making stuff to where you have your villagers make it. I'm specifically talking for me in this challenge season, what I plan on doing. Because I can't have a smithy, it's in the rules, so I can't make iron tools or iron arrows to sell or anything like that. I have to, if I want an iron tool or a weapon or something like that, I have to buy it. I can't make it. So that's where we got to have this kind of a steady income thing. So I think we have kind of figured that out on what I'm going to do, or I've figured it out or whatever. But we're going to do stone knife, wooden spears, and wooden hoes. Now the simple bag, I almost forgot about that. You can see the simple bag here is 11 coin. And it's the lightest item. Now it takes the leather, it takes 3 of the leather. So it takes equivalent of 6 coin worth of leather to make the item that sells for 11 coin. However, you're not gathering leather as fast as you normally would, because again, I'm restricted. I cannot build a hunting lodge to where I would have that leather incoming all the time. This is all leather from animals that I have killed. So what I would probably do is let my leather build up a little bit, and then maybe take 60 leather and make up 30 bags. And sell them. So that'd be 333 coin or something, which isn't bad. And it's light, which is really nice. And I think I've currently got some 200 and something leather. So I could actually take half that leather right now, because I'm not using leather for anything, and do that. So what I'm going to do, what are we looking at on time? We're kind of running out of time. So I think we've figured out what I'm going to sell. Which way does this take? Oh, I'm going out the wrong way. I was trying to head back to my settlement, and I was headed down towards Denica. So we're going to make stone knives. We're going to make wooden hoes, wooden spears, and simple bags to sell. And I've got quite a bit of stuff built up, so I'm going to go and I'm going to, off camera, I'm going to craft up this stuff, and then maybe in the next episode we'll go with some of what I've got and sell them and see how much we got. But for right now, we're going to call this an episode, and I want to thank you folks for coming and joining me for this. If you're liking these episodes, make sure to smash that like button. It definitely helps with the YouTube algorithm and putting that video out in front of more people who, just like you, may enjoy it as well. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. And if you haven't yet watched the Season 1 episodes, the playlist is on my channel. Please go visit my channel, watch the playlists 1 and 2 for Season 1 and 2. And we will see you folks in the next one. You take care, and happy hunting.